early this September, I took a boat trip pretty much on the River Thames as part of a kind of university trip, kind of to the Tate Modern, which is located in London. Right now, you're pretty much just seeing some of the scenes I captured while on the riverside, if you want to call it that. As it was, I think, the first time I was actually on a boat for the most part. The River Thames is obviously, as most people would know, the largest river in England, and it was pretty nice just to actually be on the river itself and see all the sights. Like right here, we've got all the big capital skyscraper buildings of Canary Wharf, which are just passing, but we'll get to see another cool shot of that soon. And just to the right, if I'm correct, is the O2 Arena, or as it was formerly known as the Millennium Dome back in 2000 and just the 2000s. Yeah, that's pretty much our starting point, where we got the Clipper from, which is what this boat is called, which goes all around the River Thames and all around London. So pretty much following on from that scene right there, you still see the O2 as it's now known, and we're just still cruising on the riverside. I must apologise for like the constant loud noise. I can't help how loud the boat is. Every boat needs a British flag, and this one particularly has like the look of other countries England used to own at the time. I tried to get a shot of it blowing in the wind, but it wasn't being quite like responsive, I guess you could say. And here's a quick, well, not a very good shot, but just a quick look at some of the people on the boat. Some classmates and random strangers and tourists. So right there is Greenwich College, and if you listen carefully to the people in the background, which shouldn't be as loud as me, they're talking about the fact that a lot of films have been shot there, particularly Thor 2. They shot like the final end scene there. If you've seen that film, that's exactly where it was, so just a little reference there. Here's another boat. This is, you kind of get a better look at what the Clipper looks like, and it's just kind of pulling out as we were stopping, so almost like a trade to trade kind of look at the other people. Where those people were standing right there is pretty much where I was standing, so that's a rough idea of, you know, the back of the boat and where I was from a reverse flip side point. Right here is the ship, still within Greenwich, called the Tate. It used to be a transport ship, I believe, doing spices, I believe, but that was back in the 18th, 17th century. It's now just there as an attraction. There's the water just pretty much pushing the boat along, and then you can see the boat, Tate and Greenwich still in the background. We stopped briefly, pretty much, to, you know, it stops much like a bus or a train does, to let people on, let people get off. And I was just looking at getting another look at the boat, where I was, another better look at all the people. A 360 shot, but due to my lens, it wasn't the, not the greatest shot, because it's so zoomed in. And that's a look at what one of the stations looks like. This is where you get off, you just walk down the bridge, get on, get off. I don't know how far the actual Clipper goes, but I'd imagine it goes pretty far. Just wanted to get a shot of the water pretty much clashing together like waves in a mini kind of sense. I'm sure if you're a filmmaker, you could shoot that and then superimpose it to make it look like a big, massive storm if you were to use practical effects, but I'm not sure how that process would work. More flats over there. And another shot of Canary Wharf's little empire and the skyscrapers. And I believe this is the last scene as we were getting close to approaching our main destination, with the school trip being the Tate Modern, located greater in London. And speaking of London, we have Tower Bridge, which is going to end this short little video. I did just recording some stuff from my kind of first trip on the River Thames / boat, and yeah. So I'll leave it on this shot right here.